Hello everyone, I'm Chester44, and welcome to this Let's Play of Wrath of Righteous. Last episode we finished looking through the market square and made our way to get to, the house of Count Arende. We may as well try to help him. On the way, we got stopped by some mysterious person who was interrogating some, cultists. Not for information on what they were doing, but just asking them, like, information about Baphomet himself. The fact they couldn't get any of the answers convinced one of them to just run off back home to his mother to become a plowman, and the others basically turned on us and died. And now, we have a new companion, who we will see when we go back to, wherever it is. Back to the tavern. For now, though, let us continue on our way and go see this Count Arende person, and try to save him from demons which are trying to brash their way in. Alright, let's start looking around here. Okay, a lot of loot in here we can take. And then we have some dretches in here we can easily slay. One's already dead. And there goes the other. They didn't even get a chance to attack. What a splendid occasion, Count, and this new Numerian elixir is quite something. I do like the music. Oh crap, they burst their way in. Oh look, such a darling little creature. Ow! I smell beauty. They're demons! Help! Wonderful. Now brace yourself for the smell of your own blood, you ghastly eyesore. Okay, definitely kill the wizard first. Okay, wizard is dead. There goes the spear. Abracandealer's down. Now finish off the dretch. Come on, Aranka, focus. There must be a way out somewhere. Unfortunately, some of the drunk nobles died. Masterwork Scimitar and Decimation, a new Bardiche. Well, that was easy. Relatively so, anyway.
Call me again if you need to.
Portrait of Galfrey Mendev, ruler of the kingdom and founder of all crusades into the underworld.
This was simple enough.
The intricate patterns on the harp depict the stars, the moon, and butterflies, the hallmarks of the goddess Desna. Thank you, stranger! The young woman does not look the least bit scared. Her cheeks are flushed and her blue eyes are glittering. For saving us from the demons, and for your timely entrance. I swear, I don't know who has enraged me more today, the demons, or the oh-so-affable master of this house. I'm a friend of Ilkiz's. He asked me to find you and protect you. The young woman clasps her hands together. Ilkiz is alive! And he's made a brilliant new friend. It's a shame it had to happen now when the city is under siege by the demons, and those pig-headed inquisitors are pursuing us instead of doing something useful. How did you end up here? Halrun's hounds found me and Wallflower when they tried to capture us. I distracted them, then I lost them in the streets before charming my way into this party. Even if the Inquisitors saw where I went, they wouldn't have been allowed past the door. Halrun holds no sway among certain members of the aristocracy. So I picked a good place to lie low. That is, until the demons showed up. She shivers and wraps her arms around herself. Do you know where the third of your group is? Wallflower? No idea. If he knows about the demon attack, he won't just hide away. He'll go out and try to help people. If he doesn't know, well, you have no chance of finding him. He's a pretty skilled mage, but I doubt he'll risk using magic. He'll probably do something the Inquisitors won't expect. Pose as someone, disguise himself. We had a great selection of masquerade costumes in the temple. I know. I'll tie my shawl around your arm. Wallflower gave it to me. He'll spot it right away and know if you're a friend. If I were you, I'd look for him in Candabrus's market square. Tell me about yourself. I'm Aranka, traveling bard and follower of Desna. Many of my fellow bards are rootless misfits who wander the world, unwilling or unable to live a normal life. For me, that's only partially true. I have a wonderful family, my mother, father, grandmother, and brother. Right now they are far away and I'm sure they miss me, but they have always supported me in my vocation and they let me be free to roam. Because they knew that I couldn't be happy while there was so much of the world I hadn't explored, and so many places where people might need my help. A bard! That's great, I love singing. Will you sing me a song? Sorry, I don't think this is a good time to sing a long, sweeping epic, but I will gladly sing for you some other time. What can you tell me about the master of the house? About the Count? I've wanted to smash a jug over his head about 5 times today already. He just brings that feeling out in people. It's one of his many talents. Other than that, well, you've probably already heard about the Orende family. All I can say is that the Count's servants flee this place like rats from a sinking ship. No one ever stays here long, even though he pays them extravagantly. I even heard one servant complain that he always feels uneasy in the Count's home, like someone is watching him. Unseen eyes staring at the back of his head, even if his back is to the wall, even if he turns around. I don't know if I believe all these tales, but I'm just telling you what I've heard. Yeah, that's the word on the street, too. This mansion, it's the tastiest morsel in the whole city, but all the thieves are afraid to even set foot in the street. Why did you decide to break into the Wardstone and cast magic on it? You put your lives at risk. Your information could have been a trap set by the demons. But it wasn't a demon trap, Aranka says forcefully. Then her voice softens and her expression turns pensive. You know, living next to the World Wound and seeing the powerlessness of the Crusaders, it's very hard. We've been trying to defeat the demons for 100 years now, and we have nothing to show for it. I think that Queen Galfrey and the other leaders think that we can defeat evil if we line up our soldiers in perfect columns and send them marching off with a stirring battle cry. We just need a few more soldiers, a little more discipline. But we've been marching for 100 years, and it's always 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And while the soldiers are marching, people like Hulrune are seizing power behind their backs. His fanaticism and cruelty were forged in the same furnace as the Crusaders' righteousness. We will never defeat the demons if we keep trying to march down this same path. We need to change tack, to challenge our principles, trust our hearts and our friends, and not moldering doctrines. We need to listen to any entity that is willing to help us. My friends and I listened, and we trusted, and we tried to change something. At least we tried, even though it didn't work out. Oh, great idea. Marching in straight lines won't work, so let's go attack the demons in a merry band of hopers and dreamers, brimming with enthusiasm and doing just whatever we feel like. When the demons see us coming, they'll die of hysterics and our victory will be complete. Naive children, that's what you are. But I admit your words stir something in my soul. I wouldn't put you in charge of a military campaign, but I'd be proud to fight alongside you. Can you get somewhere safe on your own? It looks like the Inquisitors aren't busting down the door just yet, and they're not hiding under the bed, so I think I'm safe for now. I'll be fine on my own. I'll go to our temple, to Ilka's. The Inquisitors must have searched there by now. They won't go back a second time. I have to go. Good luck. May Desna be with you, stranger. Now let's speak to Darren.
Greetings, valiant stranger who has just burst into my life. I am the master of this house, Count Darren Kale, myriad mellifluous monikers Arunde. No need to introduce yourself. I find remembering insignificant details, such as the name of passing acquaintances, such a bore.
Wow, bona fide blue bloods and unparalleled aristocracy. All this makes me itch to do something really crass. Ooh, like blow my nose on the curtains.
You know, if you get the opportunity, why not?
What are you waiting for, my squamous squire? The curtains in this room are velvet, but we have some excellent silk ones with gold thread elsewhere in the house. Take your pick. My soft furnishings are yours to do with as you wish. I'm quite sick of the place, truly. I shall either sell it, or burn it to the ground and build a new mansion in its place.
Wow.
Now that we've finished with the niceties, tell me this. How did all those thrice-damned demons end up at my soiree?
I don't want to alarm you, but this, yeah, I don't want to alarm you, but the city was attacked by demons led by Dascari.
I wanted to ask if you were joking, but your face tells me you are not. It seems as though Dascari's occasion was altogether more of a crush than mine, if you will pardon the pun.
The Count casts a look at the curtain window and the light from the city's fires flickering between the gaps in the fabric. So what should I know about you, Count, apart from the fact that you're highborn and very rich?
As a child, I had my very own pony, but I always dreamed of having a lamb. I was never allowed one. Sheep were seen as peasant animals, utterly unsuitable for the scion of a noble line. The trauma haunts me to this day. I think of it every time I have roast lamb for dinner.
I'm pretty sure he's trolling me, but I'm not 100%. Maybe 80%.
I'm sorry that happened to you. Such a sad story.
I had not even the slightest intention of upsetting such a lovely child.
I'm not lovely. Some people have even called me a scarecrow before.
Dang.
That's patently absurd. Why, you can't possibly be a scarecrow with a crow following you around. I'm sorry if I failed to sate your curiosity. I loathe talking about myself to people I don't know, even more to those I do know. The only thing worth knowing, aside from the fact that I am highborn and filthy rich, is that I dislike Puritans and demons in equal measure. Well, perhaps demons a tad more.
You don't seem very concerned about the city's fate.
I have no friends here whose untimely demise I would care to mourn.
Yeesh.
The only alarming thing is how easily all this happened. I don't care for the thought that demons could come calling at my door at any moment. And just think, everyone had so much faith in the wardstones gifted by Iomede's herald, and in the might of our tamed dragon, as if there had been no Dresden or a dozen other routes where the demons overcame every defense.
The Count falls silent and rubs his brow, looking fatigued.
The Orendes are one of the most ancient and noble families in Mendiv. They are related by blood to Queen Galfrey herself. The Count is the last remaining member of his dynasty. The rest all perished around 10 years ago. In the tragedy at the family seat, Heaven's Edge, the demons got past the defenses and massacred everyone inside.
I thank you for providing your friend with that helpful summary, my lady. I believe I've seen you before, with that hilarious buffoon Horgus Gwyrm. I sincerely hope you are not engaged in any kind of sordid arrangement with him. The thought of something so splendid in proximity to something so grotesque makes me feel quite ill. You deserve a better fate than that. No.
Your civility knows no bounds, Count. I most assuredly do not have any arrangement with Master Gwyrm.
As Camellia speaks, hints of carefully suppressed irritation slip into her voice. I expect a little gratitude for saving you.
Of course, where are my manners? There. You can also poke about the house and claim whatever takes your fancy. Though I imagine some of you already had that in mind.
The Count briefly inspects his hand, then selects the ring with the largest gemstone, removes it, and tosses it to you.
I'm feeling very attacked right now.
Ha! I got nothing. I got nothing, Woljif. He's probably right. You can go to the Defender's Heart. It's under the protection of Irabeth Tierbade and the Eagle Watch.
I thank you for the invitation, but I am not quite as desperate as I may seem. At times, it is better to be surrounded by the repugnant mugs of demons than the sour and dour physiognomies of Iomede's righteous paladins.
What about my physiognomy? Sour enough for his lordship? Don't worry, another few minutes with the dazzling Count here, and it'll sour like week-old milk.
Sheila raises her sword with a flourish and uses its smooth surface as a mirror.
What's this? An attractive paladin with a sense of humor? You're a veritable walking scandal.
Ha!
Either way, my mansion is now safe. I have a pair of half-decent guards. I just need to drag them out of the storeroom and bring them to their senses. I ordered them to drink a love potion, you see? For reasons which seemed extremely witty at the time and in the state of inebriation I then found myself in. They can guard the house while the valorous paladins beat back the demon assault. They will beat them back, yes?
That's the intention.
As regards myself, I feel like stretching my legs. I know rudimentary divine spells, I am no friend to demons, and I elevate any society that I deign to grace with my presence. I shall accompany you, only for a short time, of course. I have no desire to remain at the vanguard for a protracted period. What say you, my ephemeral but highly diverting acquaintance? After all, Lord Descari spoiled my party. I now burn with the desire to spoil his.
Thoughts, everyone?
I don't like this guy much at all. Not even because of his personality, but just... I sense something dark about him.
I guess thumping him one next time he comes out with more aristocratic witterings is not allowed? All the more reason to take him with us. If we don't kill him, the demons surely will.
Lan flashes a cocky smile.
He has all these friends at his party, and he still looks so lonely. We can take him with us. Maybe it will make him feel better?
Don't ask me. Having him tag along would be like going for a nighttime stroll through the back alleys with a diamond tiara on your head. Even I don't like that kind of attention.
The Count's presence can only benefit us. I think we should say yes.
He doesn't look like a whiner, and he can hold his own, so he won't be dead weight.
Alright, deal.
Capital. Good acquaintances that begin and end at just the right moment often leave the most pleasant memories. Wouldn't you say?
Potentially so. Alright, we're going to stick with him like this. And with nothing else in here, may as well use the mobility.
This is my kind of work.
Oh, look at that. We got some loot. That must be one of the guards who died. Oh, and what is this Arende ring? A ring engraved with the letters D and A, clearly belonging to Daerin Count Arende. Scratches and chips can be seen in a few places on the ring's surface. Its owner had evidently not treated this expensive piece of jewelry with particular care. Well, at least it's worth some money, so that's a thing. Alright, let's leave here. While we could head up to the place to continue a particular mission, I think we're gonna head back to the market square and try and find that last person. How long would it take if we went straight there? 3 hours. No, we'll go this way. Alright, let's see if we can find this guy. They said he's probably wearing a disguise. Like this guy. The eyes of a young lad peer out at you from under the massive helmet. At this proximity, it is obvious that his armor is ill-fitting and mismatched, and the helmet specifically is either very poorly made or a theater prop. Pardon me, I saw you with that shawl. Does this mean that you're a friend of Arankas? What am I saying? Of course it does. So... Oh. Oh, crap. The young man's speech is interrupted by the arrival of a new cast of characters. People in the robes of Iomede's Inquisitors appear from all sides, surrounding him. Adept Thrall of the Temple of Desna, you are under arrest on suspicion of treason and aiding the demons. You have 1 minute to come quietly. Drag your feet and we'll count that as an attempt to resist justice. Prelate Holroon appears behind his people. And here's the traitor who almost corrupted the Wardstone with his magic. You didn't think that the disorder and demonic presence in the city would distract us from pursuing traitors, did you? The youth's eyes go wide and he says nothing, clearly not knowing what to do. Demons are running amok all over Canabres. Now is not the time for settling scores. On the contrary, now is the perfect time to catch the demons' accomplices while they're overconfident and letting their masks slip. You're torturing this poor boy for nothing. I can't stand for this. The Inquisitor's brow furrows. You bear the gift of heaven, and you're taking the side of a delinquent and conspirator? Heaven knows not only righteous anger, but mercy as well. The Inquisitor gazes at the light, not even blinking. His face reveals a desperate inner struggle. At last, he rubs his temples. I do not know why you are standing in the way of justice, but I do not wish to start a spat between the goddess's righteous warriors in this hour of peril. Let this Desnan riffraff go wherever he likes, just as long as it's out of my sight. When we liberate the city from the demons, I will see to it that every one of Ramian's runts and everyone like him will be driven out of Canabras. Come, faithful. We have no further business here. The young man lets out a sigh of relief as he watches the Inquisitors go. This is just blatantly unfair. We tried to protect the city from demons, and instead of helping us, we get hunted by the Inquisitors. Prelate Halloran will be the death of us all, and there's nothing we can do about it. Anyway, thank you. I'd have been done for without you. The Inquisition has gone too far. I'm glad I didn't let them take you. That's it. I don't believe I'll get a fair hearing from Halloran. If it wasn't for you, I would have been tortured and put to death. But even so, I have my regrets. I think we went too far trying to break into the Wardstone, and we didn't even save anyone. Yeah, chin up, pal. Now, you screwed up royally, no doubt, but you meant well, didn't you? Halloran was trying to do the same thing as you, but he killed a whole lot of people while doing it. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go to the Temple of Desna. I want to be alone with the goddess and reflect on all that has happened. Right, in that case, let's get to the Temple of Desna. Shouldn't take too long. We've already cleared out all the demons, so nothing should be showing up. Just a nice, good run through a destroyed city. Alright, let's head inside and speak to them. There they are. Ilks, Aranka, and Thal sit side by side like sparrows on a tree branch. They seem happy despite the chaos going on around them. If it isn't our rescuer, it's good that you've come. Sit with us. Stopping for a minute won't hurt, so I'll gladly sit with you. The adepts share a conspiratorial look. We decided to give you a gift. A special gift. One that we would never share with anyone except for the person who risked her life for ours. Who didn't just take a stand against evil, but brought injustice against injustice under the guise of the law. Our gift, Aranka cuts in, is a song. We call it Starward Gaze, and it came to us from the true servants of Desna from her domain in Elysium. This song can gift a soul with renewed vitality. Just listen. She sings the melody. Do I get a gift? Can I swap my song for something else? Say, cash, or even a snack of some kind? Those unschooled in the arts can't possibly appreciate that some songs are worth more than gold. And those who've spent their whole lives eating 3 square meals a day and sleeping on silk sheets don't realize that sometimes a crust of bread is worth more than gold. Paying no attention to Woljif's chatter, the young woman continues to sing. Sing the song after Aranka. You repeat the melody, feeling it was coming from somewhere within your heart. And then... when the music stops, Falai finds herself in a place that looks nothing like the ruins of Canabras. It all happens in the space of a blink. She closes her eyes on one world, and reopens them on another one entirely. A delicate twilight envelops this new world, with streaks of moonlight breaking through the gloom. Falai is standing in a shallow stream of murmuring water deep in a forest. There is no one else around. Garlands of unfamiliar climbing plants twine around the trunks of gigantic trees, and dangling from their branches are vines, woven into what look remarkably like swings. A carpet of fragrant grasses spreads out at the trees' roots, with islands of phosphorescent moss and lichen dotted here and there. Small, smooth stones with a strange mirrored surface are scattered across the stream bed in which Valai is standing. The stones catch the light shining down from the heavens, making them gleam silver, and making the ordinary little brook look like a stream of darkness, carrying a sprinkling of stars through the night. Valai is sure that she has never been to this place before, and yet it all feels so familiar. It is the manifestation, not of dreams or fantasies, but of that special way of looking at the world that only children possess. When the glint of light reflected off a piece of glass becomes a fallen star, when an oddly shaped stone can be a remarkable artifact, and when every shadow or twist in a path promises mystery or an incredible adventure, a single glance into the forest stream brings this feeling rushing back. Realizing this, Valai unhurriedly makes her way along the stream bed, taking in her surroundings. The whimsically twirling stream runs through the silent forest, and Valai unhurriedly strolls along it. This place evokes a strange feeling of not calm, no. In fact, quite the opposite. A feeling of restlessness, an anticipation of incredible discoveries or unexpected encounters. Or then again, perhaps it's not the place at all, but the eternal hunger, the craving for new experiences which dwells within many mortal hearts. Speculation aside, just as Valai rounds the next bend, an unexpected encounter does indeed take place. They come closer, not attempting to hide, stepping lightly on the mossy carpet, leaping from branch to branch or flitting through the air. The creatures are thoroughly bizarre, as though they were deliberately conceived to try the sanity of every taxonomist on the planet. One has the fluttering wings of a butterfly on its back, another has the tails of a dozen different animals, while the third boasts tresses of streaming water, hooves instead of feet, and springy clover growing all over its skin. "We have a visitor," exclaims one of the strange creatures, and it immediately runs along the stream, sending up moonlight-silvered splashes with every step. "Where am I?" "Don't you know where you are?" asks the creature in amazement. "There are plains of breathtaking beauty and plains of astonishing wonders, but only Elysium is woven from the craving for beauty, from the belief in wonders. That is where you are, in the most peaceful, most wonderful corner of the plain of boundless freedom. Who are you?" "We are Azatas, the children of freedom," says one of the creatures, carelessly swinging from the branches of a tree. "This forest is our home. For today. Tomorrow our home could be a lake 100 leagues to the south, or an underground cave in the azure ocean, or a castle of clouds that scatters in the dawn breeze." "How did I get here?" "We don't know how you came to be here," says the creature with the dozen tails, smiling. "Mortals rarely come to Elysium during their lifetime, but here you are, which means that something must have brought you, something in your soul. If your soul did not harbor even the slightest spark of freedom, yearning, and compassion, you never would have found your way here. Now that you know the answers, tell us, what do you want?" "I have to go back. They need me there." The creature with the butterfly wings, who has hitherto remained silent, gives the visitor a serious look and nods to itself. "I smell the burning blood and tears of the place you have come from. It clings to you. It is right that you don't wish to turn your back on the suffering of those you left behind. None of us children of Elysium would do such a thing. Go back. Be a bulwark against evil and strife. Your path is true. But would you like to take something from this place as a memento?" The question hangs in the air, And though the words that Phalag utters next are merely words, not a spell nor a military command, they seem to have equal bearing on destiny and life. Yes, I really want to. The Azatas draw closer. Take this memory with you. Take this light. Take the knowledge that any pebble struck by a moonbeam can be equal to any star. Take the understanding that you cannot fight evil with clever plans until you have conquered evil within your soul, and your soul cannot be cleansed of evil if it is not free. Take our song. Remember it, and it may help you, but only when you are true to that which brought you beneath this sky. All three adepts look at you wide-eyed. What? What just happened? For a second you were surrounded by light, and we heard music. Like the music of Elysium itself. I had a vision. I was in Elysium, and the Azatas spoke to me. The adepts exchanged a look of astonishment. I swear it's a sign. A sign that Desna herself has turned her gaze on you. You helped us and protected Wallflower from the Inquisitors, even though it wasn't your responsibility. The goddess couldn't fail to acknowledge such a noble soul. We might be getting ahead of ourselves here. There are many powerful entities in Elysium besides Desna. But of course there must be a reason for it. I am so glad we met you, friend, and not just because I'd be suffering at the Inquisitor's hands right now if we hadn't, but also because you helped me overcome my doubts. We will always remember you, no matter what. And so that is completed. Visions of Elysium. I imagine things might be a little different if I had chosen Desna as my goddess instead of Sarenrae, but the choice was made. That said, I am going to end this episode here. Next episode, we're going to go to the Blackwing Library, where some interesting things will likely be happening. That'll be in the next episode. So until then, I am Chester44, also known as Phalai. That is me, Sela, Camellia, Woljif, Lan, and Ember. This has been a Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous, and I shall see you all next time.